Hello and welcome to the Hub. I'm Sam.
I'm Matt.
And today we're reviewing
The Flash.
Yeah. So yeah, if you watch the review of Supergirl, which is uploaded at this point, this was another episode where where to me it's like, why throw a villain of the week with Fallout? That was wasted, right? It's like,
it was utterly pointless.
And the thing was, well, it wasn't pointless because it awoke in me an annoyance because, like, they could have made that really, really good, but again, they wasted it. They figured, let's randomly throw someone in there for like 5 minutes and resolve it really quickly. And to me, I'm sitting there thinking, are they setting it up for something bigger? But like, the fact that he's got these powers, he's like got nuclear powers and stuff like that, and he's giving off radiation, but he didn't know it. I thought he knew he was doing it in the bank and stuff like that, and I think they set that up well because they haven't got him into the bank, take someone and walk out, and I was thinking, is he like a bank robber or something? And then you see it go on, and then it turns out he's literally got no idea he's doing it, and then he's in the street and he's like, nah, don't shoot me. It's like, I don't know what's going on. They could have made that a really like good kind of villain arc thing and make that really sick.
That's an episode there. You could give him a family, you could add lots of stuff there, but they threw it away.
Completely wasted opportunity, and they end up dashing round him and stuff like that, and then sending his radiation to Earth 16, which is a dead Earth. And now I'm sitting there thinking, oh, is this gonna pop up later? Is this dead Earth 16 gonna pop up in a later?
It was stupid, thing? And Barry's going there during his court case was stupid. It was all a thing of, we just want to have him in the costume at least once in the episode. It's the only reason he went, and it was stupid.
Yeah, even though his life's falling apart, he can still find it in himself to be the Flash. Do you think, like, with all the things that they can do with time travel and stuff like that, and this and that, like, do you think she should have just said, look, it's the Flash? Because it's not like a televised thing, so I don't see why he wouldn't have just like took the judge to one side and been like, look, yeah, I'm the Flash, and then have
that judge is a moron
and have the case thrown out.
That judge is so stupid. I didn't get at the end of the episode they're doing the whole like juxtaposition thing with the captain banging on about the Flash and the judge banging. It's like the judge is banging on as if he's like some serial killer.
Well, yeah,
but even if he's done what he's apparently done, he's banging on like he's the worst of the worst. He lives in Central City with like, supervillains who've killed hundreds of people, and yet somehow this is the worst dude you've ever seen. That's stupid.
I think I was looking. I was kind of listening to that, but what I got from it is that Barry's so innocent and stuff like that. It's like, oh, well, you're not even going to apologise or be like, because he was going on about how he was remorseless and unmoved, and that was because it's like, yeah, right, I'm not going to put any of that on because I'm innocent. So
I think that's exactly what's happening, and I get that. But for this judge in a city where he'll have killers who will happily talk about the murders they've committed, there's no way this dude is the worst person you've ever seen. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
Go to Iron Heights, see the people that are there.
That's what I mean. So, to me, it's no biggie for him being in prison because he can just dash out every so often, and stuff like that. I like the bit with one thing I thought was going to happen as well was I thought, do you know, when Joe West goes to the house and is like with Ralph to break in to put the fibres, I then thought, you know, Ralph gives his speech to Joe, I thought that maybe he was going to go back and do it, and that didn't happen either. The kind of cool thing where Barry kind of grips his up Iris and is like doing the thing, and it's like, you know, their little moment and no one else can kind of see it.
I swear to God though, if I have to hear one more time, we are the Flash,
they didn't say it.
My own eyes
they didn't say
they
it.
Did say it. They said it earlier in the episode.
Oh, because I was watching that bit and I was like, if she says we are the Flash, I guarantee Matt's going to lose his shit when we review it.
They did say it. They said it before.
So I glazed over that, but yeah. One thing that was annoying is like, oh, what's going on? It's like, oh, we're moving so fast, no one else can kind of perceive it. And it's like, how are you doing that? I don't know, I've never done it before. It's like, knock it off, man. That's it's like
It's the epitome of lazy writing, isn't it? It's like, oh, we need to explain this, but we can't. There's apprentices putting this in.
yeah, but they didn't need to explain it because you could just assume. I would have I kind of assumed it, and then it's like, oh, by the way, this is a new thing I'm doing. It's like we know you came out the Speed Force even faster, so just knock that stuff off. And then yeah, to me it felt like they ran out of ideas with the trial stuff, so they thought let's whack a kind of something in there to remind that there's other characters there. And it was
not a kid Flash though.
And
even though there's no Flash at the minute.
To me, of all the kind of metahumans they could have used or whatever. That to me was completely wasted because that was.
They shouldn't have used any metahuman.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying of all the things, they actually set him up to be like a semi-decent character in the couple seconds that he was on screen, and they completely blow the opportunity. So that for me was like, do they even know what they're doing? You know what I mean? It's like they've got no idea. They actually pull on a strand which is actually looking to be interesting. They completely ruin it. So yeah, to me the episode was a bit mismatched because it didn't need that. It's like, I guess they've run out of emotional depth that they couldn't have wrote an extra 5 minutes and crammed that in there with other stuff. That's to me what it felt like. But they could have dragged up about him saying he's innocent, and it's like, oh, you're playing the Henry Allen card that your dad, blah blah blah. They could have done stuff that they could have got him worked up and had him running his mouth off and stuff like that, but they completely wasted that. Now I'm intrigued because like up to this point I thought the metahumans created by the thinker on the bus were just like, he was just using it to try and get one, which is the guy who's using his body now, I forgot his name was. But now they're kind of it's like they've had a rethink and they thought actually it's like, oh yeah, we're going to plan to use the other metahumans. They're all part of some big thing that is part of the Thinker's plan going forward, even though they wrote that off a couple episodes and now they're acting like, oh yeah, it turns out we are going to use them for some, and it's like, oh, whatever that's going to be then. So I'm intrigued.
I wonder if they want to, I don't know, but I wonder if they want to like give him like all the powers. Yeah, like a Cecile kind of thing.
That would be interesting. Yeah, because I was thinking, and then I was so annoyed that there weren't really that much cool moments. I thought when he got in the prison cell, like he's staring at the wall and stuff like that. At one point I thought like the Reverse Flash was going to come in the prison cell and like mug him off. It was like I was so desperate for something cool to happen that I thought the Reverse Flash was going to show up and like have a chit chat with him, which would have filled up a 5 minute, which you shouldn't have wasted with the metahuman. But yeah,
that would raise another question though. Like, who would it be?
Like, you'd think this is like a big thing. He's been dashed in jail and stuff like that. You'd think like someone like Thorne would turn up to like mug him off. You know? Yeah, no,
I get you mean Thorne, but what I mean is like now after the crossover, like which Thorne are we looking at? Are they going to be Harrison Wells Thorne, or is it the other one? I don't know. Because he just let him leave. I'm still stuck on that. I'm confused by the whole thing. Yeah, one thing I'm not. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because you kind of had at the kind of meeting you had him there and it's like, oh, I'm a fan of your work, and I was thinking like in terms of character depth and stuff like that, if you were Thorne, who's like his greatest villain, wouldn't you be pissed off that this Thinker guy's like mugging him off? But I guess because he's got future knowledge, he knows how it turns out, so he doesn't need to do it and stuff like that. But you'd think he'd like be like, yo, stop stealing my thunder, I want to take the Flash down, you know what I mean? But there's never any of that kind of stuff. You never have like the villains fighting in between each other, which kind of makes them a bit bland, which is maybe, you know, could add a little spice in there. But yeah, I was expecting Reverse Flash to turn up.
Speaking of bland, I'm not sure I'm sold on the new DeVoe. I kind of think the other guy was more interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because he's new, I don't know, but at this point I think the other actor was a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
This guy's a bit too CW good looking.
Well, yeah, I mean they needed him to change body. Yeah, I think the other actor had like a bit more pizzazz about him. I'll agree with that. One thing as well, there was lots of like missing points and stuff like that when they're going through the evidence at the trial. I was like, well, what's the accessibility of Barry's flat? Because you got to think it's high up. It's like, is there a lift in the building? And where's his wheelchair? And stuff like that. You got Barry standing over the body, but there's no sign of the wheelchair. It's like, where did that go? There was no talk of that. There was a lot of like plot holes in that trial that I was like, oh, how did he get up there? You know, must have
Where are
got
the
there.
other witnesses?
That's
The
what I mean.
captain's the only witness is the captain.
Exactly.
Ain't no one else.
And the problem is
Oh,
for
and the
me,
wife.
all while waiting, like this is how desperate I am for something interesting to happen, and there to be like some cool like future plot lines set up. I was flicking around on YouTube, and there's mention of Godspeed, and then at one point I thought like the captain, it was going to turn out his Godspeed in like an after credits thing, and all the after credits thing we got was him in like the prison cell, and I was expecting, that's what I mean, when the thing
Captain Singh, you think he's going to be Godspeed?
yeah, I just want anything, please. Like, that's what I mean. Do you know when it does the flash thing and then it's like, you know, something cool happens? I was expecting something cool to happen, but it was just Barry getting him chained and put in his prison cell. I was like, oh, God. It's like, it's really gone to the dogs this episode. It's given us nothing. It's like
They already said there won't be a speedster villain. There might be again next year, but it won't be this year.
Yeah, but my point is, do you know, we kind of had Harrison Wells getting built up in the after credit stuff all through the first season. I was kind of wanted them to do that. It's like, you don't need to do anything. We can just have the introduction and the kind of, you know, push along and stuff like that. That's why I'm interested to see if maybe one of the people, like the last person to be revealed on the bus, would turn out to be Godspeed. That's what I'm expecting. Like because there's like another, I think, 4 or 5 people who ain't been revealed who were on the bus. So the last one to be dropped in season finale is going to turn out to be Godspeed. They're going to be like, oh, there was another person on the bus, but we can't identify him. And then that's going to be the one that got away that turns out to be Godspeed. So, yeah, the whole of this episode, I was waiting for something. They missed so many opportunities. I'm like, they've got to throw something in there to be cool. They didn't do it. So I was making stuff up in my head. That's your numbers. Can you blame
I'll
me?
give it the same as that Supergirl episode, 6.5.
That was another one as well. I was expecting, like, that's why I was expecting people to pop up who didn't pop up. You know, I'm at that point now. Hopefully Arrow's going to be a little better, but you know.
Yeah, there's no legends, is there? So we'll rely on Arrow.
Well, that's probably for the best, because Legends ain't popping up nothing either. They've shot themselves in the foot with that. I've got to give it like a 6.5, because they missed so much opportunities. They missed a ton of stuff, and there was a lot of stuff just thrown in there for the sake of it. But the villain Fallout, massive opportunity missed there, because they set everything up, but they ruined it for me. And that to me is like, you could actually set up something like that and piss it all away. It's like, what's going on? What are these people doing? I'm Sam.
I'm Matt.
And we'll see you next time on the Superhero.